Hey guys, and welcome to this week's episode of State Champs Chat. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Lauren.
And as always, we're going to start off with what's trending. And first, what's trending, we have to do a big shout out to the Franklin boys soccer team. They won their first district final since 1995 this past week.
20 years, that is crazy. The coach kept talking about how excited he was the team won, how proud he was of his team, and actually the MVP was their goalie. He made 10 huge saves throughout the game, and it's really exciting for their team.
Yeah, it's huge, and we wanted to give them a shout out because we want you guys to send us games as we're heading into playoffs for all the fall sports. This is huge, and we wanted to recognize that that's a really big accomplishment for you guys.
So, it's so awesome for them.
Congrats to the Franklin boys soccer team. And now it's time to head to our Athlete of the Week. And this week it is a wide receiver from Loy Norrix High School.
Yeah, actually, from the west side, he committed to University of Michigan to play football as a preferred walk-on. He also wants to be an engineer, so he thought, why not come to the school who has a great engineering program and also play under a coach like Harbaugh at that competitive level.
Right. He said the level of competition at Michigan was incomparable to any of the other schools he visited. He had offers from Ferris State and a bunch of other schools, but he said, you know what? Given that they had Harbaugh and then also one of the top engineering programs, he really couldn't pass up the opportunity. So after his team unfortunately lost last week, he wasted no time to make his announcement that he was going to be a walk-on at the University of Michigan.
So we're so excited for him.
Yeah,
to start that journey.
He is our Athlete of the Week. And speaking of Michigan, another controversial topic for our hot topic this week surrounding Michigan is Brady Hoke last week on his Sirius XM radio show decided to make a statement about the fourth down play calling that Harbaugh had against Michigan State in that game.
He did. He was saying that a punt has too much mechanical things that they have to work through, and if he was still the coach, which he isn't, that's why Michigan's doing so well this year, Harbaugh's a great coach, he said that he would have went for it on fourth down and worked to the team's strengths, which is their defense. They were able to shut out teams 3 weeks before Michigan State, which was really, really great for them. So Hoke said he would work on Michigan's strengths and instead of punting it, go for it on fourth down and have them throw a Hail Mary at the end of the game so the defense can ultimately stop them.
Right, and to me, I wanted to bring this up because I think that was a pretty bold statement for Hoke to make. Given his record and his history at the University of Michigan, for him to just say that statement that he doesn't agree with Harbaugh's fourth down play calling when there was a lot of other things that went into that play. Like we talked about last week, D'Antonio's play calling to have all the guys blitz the ball was huge.
Yeah, and I feel like in hindsight, anyone can say, oh, we should have went for it on fourth down and threw a Hail Mary. But in the moment, Harbaugh made the best decision for what he thought was best for his team.
Yeah,
so
hindsight is always 20/20.
Exactly. I mean, so many couch coaches, we should have went for it on fourth down. But, I mean, they lost the game. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's sports. We move on. Everyone moves on. And they move on to the next game.
It was interesting that he made that comment. Now it's time for this week's Score or Fumble. This is a bit of a controversial topic. There was a Bloomfield Hills High School football player who was attending a playoff soccer match between Bloomfield Hills and Southfield Lathrop when a player on Southfield went down.
He did. The player went down on Southfield Lathrop.
With a cramp.
With a leg cramp, and he was actually African American, and the football player was white, and the football player made a comment, something like, grab that guy a banana, because bananas have potassium in them.
Right. He made the comment apparently to say, give him a banana for some potassium for the cramp, but the other coach on Southfield heard him and viewed it as racist, reported it to the school, and Bloomfield Hills felt that they had no other choice but to suspend him. So we wanted this to be a Score or Fumble this week because there was a lot of controversy on the topic. Some students started a petition that people were signing to have him be able to play. And so what do you think, Lauren? Do you think that the school, took it too far, or do you think that you have to take these kind of things seriously?
I think that it's a fumble that they didn't let him play. I mean, I see where people can see both sides of this. But for me, a couple of students or a couple of players on the Bloomfield football team actually stood up for him. His best friend is African American and said, he's been my best friend for years now. He would never ever say something like that, meaning it to be racist. He was actually just trying to look out for the guy. So you kind of have to look at all aspects of this. I think the school was being careful by suspending him. They didn't want to start any controversy, especially with something like race, which has been heightened so much in the media and everything like that, for it to spread,
Right. I agree. I mean, I would have to say, however, I think it probably was blown a little bit out of proportion, especially by the media getting involved in this. The Bloomfield Hills player went on the news and issued an apology, and it was this whole big thing. And I felt like it was a little much. It probably was not, supposed to be blown this out of proportion now. However, we don't know. Other things may have went into the suspension. There might have been prior incidents. We don't know everything that happened. So I just thought this was an interesting topic to discuss because it was very controversial going on this past week in the news. Now it is time for our clip of the week, and sticking with football, there was a homecoming queen who was also the kicker of the team from a high school in Alabama.
Yeah, so she actually got crowned homecoming queen at halftime, went back on the field, kicked a field goal to help her team win the homecoming game, which is so exciting for her. It's cool to see her not even changing out of that football uniform, getting that award in that uniform instead of changing into a dress and then quickly changing back.
We love this clip, the fact that she wore her uniform to get crowned as the homecoming queen. I think it kind of defies all stereotypes, and her dad said it was a really cool and proud moment. So we thought this was an awesome clip of the week, and make sure that you guys are sending us your clips of the week as we're heading into playoff season and playoff football. I know there's got to be a lot of exciting things happening at games, so make sure to send us your clips. And make sure to check out State Champs on Fox Sports Detroit Sunday at 9 a.m.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.